I tried to take today off. It didn't work so well. But it's not going to be a 17-and-a-half-hour day like yesterday, at least. Thank you, Gravity. Ooh, that's the first 12 I've seen, I think. I think I've only seen 11s up until now. Thank you, Gravity 42. Hey, John Marcus. Oh, look at that. He gave 1337 bits. All right, I think I know a song I'm going to do. I heard it on the radio on the way home. And I just, hey, Ian, thank you very much, Tazar. And thank you, Waldo Ptolemy. Thank you. Thank you, Waldo. Thank you, John Marcus. Greetings for those just joining us here. Forgive the next minute or two of suffering. Here we go, I'll try it. It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. Are you sniffling on my song? I'm not one of those who can easily hide. I don't have much money, but boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both could live. If I was a sculptor, but then again, no. Or a man who makes potions in a traveling show. Oh, I know it's not much, but it's the best I can do. My gift is my song, and this one's for you. And you can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind that I put down the words. How wonderful life is when you're in the world. Okay, that's enough punishment for you guys. I did that as early as I could in the stream, so there's not too many people on here. There we go. Now I'll turn up the volume so they can hear you sniffle and snort while I'm singing. Well, while I'm not singing. Whiskey Buff. I know, Elrond. All right, I'm adding it to my very short list that I keep on my desktop. Let's see. Got that one. And a week's Lane Bright Shadow Inky NPCs for Friday. Got some Inky NPCs done. Did you test those for me, Travis? Are they working now?
The Inky NPCs?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have not tested them.
Okay. I tested them this morning. It was pretty easy.
The story and trees are all good, though. They're ready to go.
Okay.
I think Joaquin was testing them.
And I did 8, 4 male, 4 female. Let's see. Purifying Burst does not clear confusion. Check. Let's see. I did not look into why wolves are pitiful. Or the spider issues, where all tame spiders turn into the thing. I was actually trying to take today off as much as I can ever take a day off. It didn't work out so well. I did have time to go to the hardware store and go and buy a couple of used fish tanks off of Craigslist.
Oh, nice.
So I have got two plexiglass tanks and a stand. I got them kind of with the intention of one of them is going to be the sump tank for the big tank that's coming. Just because I don't think the little cheap glass tank I got was going to be sturdy enough to handle a sump, because it gets a lot of pressure changes and can cause leaks and stuff. And then the big one, the wife actually already approved it as a fish tank that we're going to fill with fish. So apparently we'll have 3 fish tanks. 3 fish tanks, a tadpole tank, and a frog terrarium. And a dog. All right, whiskey buff. That is now on my very, very short list of stuff.
Are you dressed appropriately for a French restaurant?
No, I'm not dressed in anything special. Thank you very much, Ziljo. That's an interesting name. Oh, and thank you very much. That looks like that may be House of Mangar. Somebody who got cut off. Oh, no, that's Nefrina Shadowstorm. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Skeggy, for the raid. Again, thank you, John Marcus, for giving me the excuse to sing, and Tazar for the subs, and Gravity for the subs, and Skeggy Meaty for the raid. Thank you, everybody. This is our not-so-pro pre-stream, where we work out the kinks and all the stuff we're doing. But there's a thing going on right now, right?
Oh, yeah. It started at 3.
All right. Who can I zone to? Who's over there?
Oh, we all are. You want to summon?
Yeah, go ahead and summon me.
You'll be,
I'm too lazy to type.
You should probably go check out the front of the restaurant first.
And this is a Valentine's Day thing. The wife just asked if I was making her a special Valentine's Day meal.
And your answer was?
The answer was, we had some neighbors over last night, and I got some barbecue, because it was the barbecue place was giving 10% of the profits to, or the, whatever you spent there, back to the school that Maxine goes to. So they do like a barbecue Oak Hill night or whatever. But anyways, and then I fried some catfish with my homemade batter using the Alton Brown methods for minimizing fat absorption into the food. And then also did some fried okra because we're in Texas, damn it.
What is that method? Is it just searing it first?
Oh no, the Alton Brown. So the reason food, when you fry stuff, then it absorbs, it gets like, you can sometimes taste it, like you can just tell like this is not very good frying. The usual reason for it, there's 2 things that can cause it. 1, or 3 things actually. The 3 key things that you have to do is 1, temperature is critical. Make sure you keep the temperature up. So that means start it off a little higher than what you're supposed to fry it at. So catfish is usually like 375, so I'll usually get it up to like closer to 400. You're getting close to the smoke point for canola, so I didn't use peanut butter. That's another one of those things. But anyway, so then when you put the catfish in, then don't put in too much of whatever you're frying, because that'll lower the temperature too much. Because what you want to make sure and do is keep the temperature high, because what keeps it from absorbing that fat is the moisture in it steaming out. It's Food Talk with Atos, List, and Elgarion. That's the name of our new channel. But anyways, the keeping it hot keeps the moisture steaming out and pushing out all that oil. And then the other thing is, don't take it out and put it on paper towels. That's like a total rookie mistake. Instead, you get like a wire rack, like a wire cooling rack, and then I just put that into a baking sheet to catch it, and I'll put tinfoil down under that to catch the oil. And so then you take it out and you immediately make sure you get both sides dumped out well, and you put it on there, and it like you don't taste any grease at all in it. And I can't tell, like after an evening of frying, I can't tell it changes. But anyways, you don't want to overcook it, because if you overcook it, then there's no moisture left to push stuff out, and it'll start sucking in all that stuff. So as much as you want to like go extra crispy, you want to make sure it's still bubbling good and pushing that stuff out. Anyways. Have we officially announced how you pronounce the continent name?
Mistrender. That's how I've been saying. I don't know.
That is how I've been saying it. So these are names that Sanyo came up with. I kind of told him yesterday I was going to mispronounce it and just call it Mistrender. Could be Mistrender. Mist.
That was render if you say it.
Is it really? Is it Mistrender?
Yeah, it does sound like Mithrender.
Mistrender.
Tokenish from Mithrender.
Yeah, Mistrender.
That's Gandalf, isn't it?
Mithrandia? Yeah. Well, he said he was trying to get in some Tolkienish themes, feeling to it, and I forget what the other thing he had. Trying to get into several things.
I like that. We should take that Twitter name. I'm sure it's taken already.
Oh, great. Now you just gave everybody that idea. Yeah, Mithrandir. Mithrandir.
No, it's Conisted Viz Trinder.
Near.
You're being handed some red burgundy.
Oh.
Yeah, we're out back in the tables, but if you go to the front of the restaurant when you're ready, there's a whole hostess will seat you.
So you guys are probably gonna have to do more. Oh, I don't. You know what? I don't even have you guys on screen, so they can't even see you. Let me see if I can fix that. Bam. Fixed. Oh yeah, let me try doing this one.
My glasses broke, so I got a twisty tie holding them together.
Yeah, Rabowatch's character's here. I don't know, is he coming on Skype?
Bam.
Don't know. I think Damon was ready for Skype also.
Oh, Damon's gonna be on? Oh, that's gonna break this thing that I'm doing then.
You zoomed in.
They don't really want to see you guys anyways.
Very close.
Or me.
Yeah, they don't want to see this.
Hey, oh, John Marcus is saying something. Oh, no question bot. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, that's funny. Richard was on last stream. And he kept trying to get my attention by giving me like 1,000 bits or something like that. And of course, when someone gives me 1,000 bits, I'm just like, hey, thanks, or whatever. But if you give me 1 bit, then I like look, and it's like, well, you gave me 1 bit, that must mean you're trying to tell me something. But Richard was giving me 1,000 bits trying to tell me something, and of course I'm going to ignore 1,000 bits. I thought you were just being nice and generous.
Just said thanks and didn't ring the message.
Yeah. If you want to get my attention, sadly, you have to give me 1 bit. 1 bit. All right, the question bot should be up. So I did update. Did we change? I do have the script updated for the prizes. Did we change prizes, Elgarion? I think I mentioned that, and then I think I might have said that I was going to do it, and then I didn't do it.
Oh, did we give away the same 5 items last time? I thought there were new items. But...
If you have new items, we can do that. I just didn't update the script. We'll just have to keep them, know the order that you want to give them out in. Because picking the names is the important thing. Yeah, if you want,
5 new ones
if you want, pick 5 new ones.
Vault items, yes we are. That's in the works.
Yes, that was the build. I was waiting for a review on some stuff there, but I can go ahead and kick that build off and get it published first thing tomorrow morning. Yeah, I had to integrate, in case you guys are keeping score at home or in the office, well, in your offices, 23 change lists is what it took to get everything over, so.
Stop doing stuff, people.
Yeah, stop doing stuff, people. Let's see, got that one going, got that one going, got that one going. And I've got a ton of questions left over from my Wednesday streamers. They were throwing lots of good questions at me, too.
You gonna do a tour of Minerva's decorations in the event?
Yes, I should if I were a good streamer. I would be doing that.
Make me very small if you want.
And you'll give me time to pick out prizes.
Okay. There we go.
Can you get that, Zeke? Oh, guys, I might have to go FK. I just got a couch.
A couch?
So, 1 second.
All right. So for those who don't know, we're doing... Oh, and it is... we're 1 minute away. Oh, there's Minerva. Do. I'll go first person just to mess with people. But anyways, here we are at the Valentine's decoration stuff here. Elgarion, do you want to tell people what the phrase is?
The phrase is, love makes the world go round.
Love makes the world go round. Got some nice flowers there. Still doesn't look like it's working. What the heck? It's up. Did it lose its connection again? Well, it says the stream is live. Huh. Alright, that's odd. Let me check to see. Oh man, they changed the chat bot again. I wonder if they broke something for me again. Again. Let's see. Man, I don't even know where that stuff lives now. I can't even find it. So the giveaway stuff looks like it's up there. Of course, we're not doing the raffle giveaway. Polls, betting. It's mod tools. What have you done? All right, let me see. So it looks like it's connected. It's getting all the stuff. Yeah, it's the bot. It's not connected. The Twitch bot part is connected. The Twitch streamer part is not connected, which means I have to go log in with it. So I think today, just because we already have a bunch of content and I have questions from the last round, we'll save questions. I'll get that worked out for the Monday stream. Link in the email said we were doing raffle, so we might want to fix that. Are we doing raffle? Raffle man?
Oh, we can do raffle instead if you want. So you said the 5 choice thing isn't going to work?
Oh, no, we can do the 5 choice thing.
Yeah.
It looks like somebody said that in Gwendolyn said that we said we were doing raffle. You know what the heck? We're going to do both.
Oh, I did say we were going to do raffle, didn't I? Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll do both. So I'll do a Cupid. Did you put a Cupid ensemble in yours? I'll tell you what, we'll do one big prize at the end that's a raffle. We'll do maybe a Place Anywhere Village lot. How about that? Bam. Open. So we'll do a raffle for the entire stream just because I know it makes you guys happy to type raffle over and over again. And then we'll also do the normal drawings. We'll give away one big prize at the end to celebrate the Valentine's Day sale and whatnot. And then you can make me happy by winning it and then upgrading the deed. All right. Well, it is past time to get started here. Travis is not on here. Did you say Damon is going to be on here?
I'm back. I forgot I was getting cash delivered like right now.
Oh, Damon. Okay, that's Damon is his name.
What's his name now?
Backwards.
Oh yeah, it's email. No, here, you just sent me.
Here it is.
Thing.
Bam.
You got it?
Add. I'm adding him to the call. We'll see if he joins in. But greetings, avatars. Thank you guys for joining us today. We're doing another team stream here. Oh, now we're going to get funky with the specials. Hold on. Give me 1 second here. Let me switch back to the old school. Old school standard.
It's going to help if I trade those items to you?
To me?
Yeah, so you see all the item IDs on them? How do you load them into the thing?
Oh, no. We'll just, you've got the list, so we'll read out the names, and then you can know person number 1 on the list gets the new item. Because I didn't update the script with those items. I'll update it for next time, though. We can do this for a couple times in a row. Okay. Let me turn off the other, that one, and that one. Bam. Okay, now we're good. So greetings, avatars. Thank you for joining us for another Friday stream of professional streaming. We have Damon on the stream. Who normally he's not on with us much. He's been on a couple times here recently, though.
Well, this seemed like one not to miss.
All right. So today we are not doing a fishing contest. I actually suggested that.
To the front of the restaurant. Yeah.
Can you all hear me at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can hear you
I don't sound
perfectly.
like a robot chipmunk?
Nope.
That was funny. I remember that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me come down the normal entrance here.
You
Pretend
can
you
probably
guys.
set the game time locally. It won't
Yeah.
change it for everybody, but
Well, I don't know. It looks pretty good at night.
it does look good at night.
And it's Valentine's Day. It's supposed to be a romantic thing. So here we are today. Again, this is the Shroud of the Avatar stream. My name is Chris Spears, tech director and lots more on the project. Joining me today, we have List. We have Damon, who is an artist. In fact, if you look behind him, he's got real art cred there. He's not just one of these guys that like moves bits around type art. He does other type of art.
Oh no, you got oil on oil.
I have it backwards because I didn't want to show the nudity.
Oh, nudity, I see.
Yeah, maybe
It
not.
seemed inappropriate somehow.
And then up in the corner, we have Elgarion, also known as
Hello.
Rick. Thank you for joining. Oh, I get a bouquet. Thank you, Cambria Stormland. But today we, again, looking for something to stream on, and we thought there was nothing more appropriate since this was a Valentine's Day stream to do a Valentine's Day thing, which is to show off somebody who's
It's my
having a...
favorite event, the annual Valentine's Day French restaurant.
And apparently I need to get this bouquet out.
Well, that and Virtue League, they're tied. My two favorite.
All right, so now I got my flowers. I'm set. Yes, I'm still a female. For those who missed it, I changed a while back on the stream, testing out a bug that turned out to be only a... Is that Nubby? Turned out to be a problem. There was a bug that only affected female characters, so I had to change myself over. But here we are today in Ordinus Mortis. And a beautifully decorated lot here. With lovely, actually, let's see, what's that key for walk? Is that it? Where's the walk key? There it is. This feels like, if there's ever a time to walk, this feels like it. But for those who don't know much about this and you're joining late, I know we had one new follower there.
Oh, I like your outfit, Elgarion. I just saw it.
Hey, thank you. Thank you very much. It took me a while to put that book together.
Yeah, this is Shroud of the Avatar. We will not be doing fighting today. I've tried doing fighting on streams, and I'm horrible at fighting on while I'm trying to stream. My brain only does one thing or the other. If you want to watch someone fight on a stream, I highly recommend Fizzle, who I believe has changed his name officially to be Fizzle, because I keep mispronouncing it. But here we have people, there's lots of stuff to do in the game besides fighting.
Camera's on, but you want to wave? I don't think he knows he's on camera. Sorry.
Does he have pants on at least?
Yeah, he's got pants on.
But anyways, tonight we're having a lovely Valentine's Day event. We are joined by the lovely Minerva, Minerva organized most of this stuff, right?
It's usually, it's usually Shimizu, Minerva, Lucasante, Scoffer.
Sure, Shimizu
Think of
helped
A
out.
few servers out there. I think Margs is a server. Cam's in there. Crystal Stardust. Crazy Tika. I'm sorry if I forgot anybody. I know y'all.
Let's see. Well, I've been offered a table. Minerva, I'm going to pass on the table because I'm going to walk around and check out the lovely costumes that people are wearing and also the roses. Check out today's... Oh, that's Community of the Avatar. You're saying that. But this was all planned and decorated by players. It's a lovely event. Oh, that's neat. Again, that's one of the things that's so fabulous with Shroud is... Gives you lots of freedom to do whatever you want to for decorations. We held that decorating contest a while back. I still need to do a few more decorating contests. By the way, I opened up a few of those lots in my town, Mount Madeir, to be open because I had a request from someone who was playing on a machine that was well below minimum spec, and they were looking for a town that would load fast and was low population that they could claim. So I opened up a few lots for them.
I'm drinking apple juice. I'm drinking grape juice.
But again, all these player decorations.
I see.
What are
Shame
these?
so much the new decorations are heritage. Are you ready for a? We're working on that. I'll say that.
I already talked a little bit about it. I ran it by people, so I can go ahead and talk about that now. I think most people know that we've had some big changes on the project as we continue to try to make sure we're doing things in a way that's somewhat similar to other games. And one of the things we'd seen was the ongoing to our premium currency. Of course, we support the game. We don't have a monthly subscription fee. We do have one that you can do voluntarily that just basically gives you some crowns to spend in game and a few other unique things. But we want to make sure we have support for the game long term so that we can make episode 2 as fabulous as we want to. And also, it's going to be fabulous. It's just a matter of whether it's fabulous quick or fabulous slow. We're trying to make sure it stays pretty fabulous quick. One of the things that we'd changed was matching up the same money model, at least being closer to what every other free-to-play game was, which is all premium items you buy are no trade. Which, of course, there's good reasons for that, just, again, to make sure long-term it's not stuff gets passed around. But we kind of did a few knee-jerk, please send help.
Uh-oh. Do they have some,
Is there a quest going on here?
Some labor issues?
Let's see. I'll throw that out there. But anyways, we made a change that was possibly the right direction, but probably a little too early for what we should have done, which is we made a lot of our premium items no trade, which is, again, every other premium game or a free-to-play game out there, that's how it is for those. But we try to be a lot more friendlier than other games. But we talked it over. We looked at ways we do. We talked to you guys a lot. If you go back and check my last stream, that was pretty much, again, another one of those streams where all I did was talk to people about stuff. But rats in the kitchen. I'm not going to get there. The thing that we came up with that has already been started, which is actually a slight variation on what the players had been saying we should do, which is going forward when you buy any item in the store that would be a heritage item, a no-trade item, it comes in a bundle. So you get a bundle, basically you get a supply bundle that has whatever the item is in it. You know, so if it's a fancy table or whatever, you buy the bundle, and the bundle has the fancy table in it. You can open it. You can send it if you want to somebody else as a gift, and that's kind of so we can make sure we have the gifting handled. There's some other benefits doing that as well, besides being able to gift stuff. But then the other thing you can do is using that same system and technology is you'll be able to go into your own inventory, right-click on any item, and put it back into a bundle that you can or send off to somebody. So you'll be able to do that with any no-trade item, and then that will just charge you a percentage of whatever the initial cost is. You know, so maybe you bought that fancy table, and then for 100 kodos or whatever, you can put it back in a bundle if you want to give it to somebody else, send it to somebody else. So again, that was the compromise. It was pretty well received on that. We're probably going to make a few tweaks from what we had, but it's already been started, that technology. So we can let you guys start doing the trading on stuff.
Yeah,
again,
for a cost difficult, a small cost, like some percentage,
for a cost.
which you can just add to your cost. We haven't decided on percentage, so you can just say, hey, it's this much, and have the buyer.
Mike said it'll either be 10 or 20%. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be 10. We'll probably keep it some even number. It may be like 10% with a minimum of whatever, but we'll, again, I haven't even looked to get some ideas of what numbers are. I know 10% is a nice even round number that doesn't feel too punishing, but we'll look at it. 10%, maybe 10% with a minimum. May also be 20%. I'm not committing to anything. It's one of those, it's a big enough decision. I want to make sure and talk it over with the team. But
yeah, I think that's a really good solution.
Lovely outfits. Oh, and somebody gave 1,000 bits, apparently thinking that was a good idea there.
We should check out the menu also.
Who
Thanks,
was
Radicus.
that? Oh, that was Nefrina. That was the before. Thank you, Radicus2K, and thank you again, Nefrina. Thank you, guys.
Is there a menu on
No,
that
this
table?
is good. Oh, there may be.
Yeah,
Oh,
probably
that's
both.
discussion topics. Hope you enjoy
Yeah,
your
this-
dinner. Oh, this is good. Let me make sure that's visible to people out there. I guess maybe I should be doing this. You guys want to take turns and just go down the list? I'll be mod 1, so 1, 5, 9, whatever. And Travis, you can be 2, 6, 10.
Okay.
And then Elgarion, you can be the 3, 3, 3, 7, 11. And Damon, you can be 4, 8, 16. So I'll go first.
Okay, but wait, what am I doing?
If you look on the Twitch stream, I'm sure you're looking at, I have a book open here. We're going to go over, this is discussion
I'm
topics.
not actually able to see the Twitch screen.
What?
Oh, we can read it to you.
Yeah, I'll read you your question. You don't have to do anything but answer when I read it to you.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm juggling. I'm also trying to be a restaurant piano player at the same time. But
And just to play along, if there's something that is at the table, if it has to do with the table, then you have to make somebody else here on the stream is at your table. You have to pretend they're at your table.
Right.
So for me, make a statement about my childhood. My childhood was pretty amazing, honestly. Again, traveling a lot due to military stuff, so a little different than others, but incredibly supportive family. Definitely, as I make sure and mention anytime something comes up, I got to play life on easy mode. Great childhood and all. That was number 1. Number 2, Travis. Describe your favorite vacation.
I gotta say, it's a tie. Kauai, definitely. I just got there. I'm like deathly afraid of the ocean. Oh wait, that's not playing music. I'm afraid of the ocean, and I have a lot of like reoccurring nightmares about the ocean. But I got over the flying over the ocean, and once I got there, it's like I promised myself I'm gonna live here for at least 2 years of my life. When I retire, when I'm old, I don't know. But
That's
Kauai
on our
was
plan,
just
too.
beautiful, and a lot of people. I just loved it. Just nature, it can be cold and rainy, but you're still in Hawaii. Like I don't.
Yep.
Even the worst day in Kauai is still a great day. So.
Absolutely agree. It's our favorite island to go visit. Let's see. Rick, you ready?
All set.
Share your feelings about social media. It's appropriate that our community manager would get this one.
I really wish that people would post more pictures of their meals.
All right, you guys, you have now heard it. All right, you ready, Damon down there?
Sure.
Describe your first impressions about the first time you met someone at your table.
I was gonna go get a drink, but I'm gonna eat this.
At my table, you mean
The four of us.
Our
You
favorite
obviously were not listening to instructions.
I'm not even sure what you mean by table.
First
me and Rick,
impressions.
yes, we're all
Okay.
sitting together.
I just thought we were all nerds,
Accurate.
and but that's okay. I'm a nerd, so it's okay. No, I mean everybody just seems really pretty cool and smart. So I mean,
That was your first impression? You're supposed to be describing your first impression.
well, yeah.
You did,
Chris
nerd.
Chris struck me as nerd. Yeah, it's all nerds. That's all I got. Y'all are okay. I was
All right.
not put off by anyone overly much.
They should want their game devs to be nerds, right?
Yep.
Yeah, makes sense.
We'll move on to number 5 here. And again, this is the type of event that players can do in-game because we have given them. Again, that's part of our goal is always to make sure we're creating stuff that allows you guys to create your own entertainment as well as us providing your own entertainment. Because we do have a large community of people. It's not just adventurers and min-maxers and guys who go out and hunt and that type of stuff. We got a lot of people who do this for the community. They do it they love building and sharing with other people this type of stuff. And this is a perfect example of it. Let's see. Number 5 goes to me, which is describe your perfect weekend. Ooh, my perfect weekend is... I need a prop for this one. My perfect weekend is the game not falling down, no servers crashing, nothing catching fire, staying at home, with this little monkey right here. This amazing monkey looking at fish.
Hi, Maxine.
Working on our garden. And then also watching the Cowboys win a Super Bowl.
So
it'll never happen.
1990.
Yeah. Yep. Apparently my perfect weekend. Oh, we're out of focus there. I'm not sure why. There we go. We're back in focus. Okay, you can get out of the scene now. Off camera. That was my perfect weekend. All right, Travis. This one may be a little awkward for you. Tell what makes a great marriage relationship.
Oof. So that's the divorce guy. Similar interests and trust. Similar interests and trust.
Well, that's good. As the divorce guy, you can just say what was missing from similar interests and trust. There you go. All right, Rick. You get the softball here.
That's a good one.
What is your favorite flower and why do you like it?
I'm sorry, you cut out. What was that?
What is your favorite flower and why do you like it? I'll read some comments there.
A flower, huh? I don't think I've ever owned a plant. Let's see here. Why is it so tough? Let me just pick a random flower.
Wildflowers up by you, don't you?
All right, he's not a flower guy.
This is just too tough. I'm just floored and stymied. I would say petunia because it's a cool name. There you go.
The correct answer was lily, because they have a very strong smell, and also if you buy the bundle, they slowly open over time and they'll last for weeks.
I like lilies.
There are other perfect answers because lilies are bad for cats.
Are they?
So, yeah, they're poisonous to cats actually.
I did not know that.
I think it smells the best.
I like snapdragons because they're dragons in them.
All right, Damon, we'll do one more round of everybody here. Damon, your question is, if you were to make a mixtape for your crush, what songs would be on it?
That's a good one.
Yeah, I can't think of particular songs right now, but I can say probably the Dandy Warhols would be on there, and maybe some Beck, and maybe some definitely some Black Pumas.
Oh, they're coming to town. Are you gonna go?
I'm going. And I don't know. There's a whole the list could go on and on, but I can't think of specific songs right now at the moment.
Did I ever tell you the story of when I got kicked out of a Dandy Warhols concert?
How did you manage that?
I'll tell you off stream.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, they would have to have been end, I would think.
Let's see. I guess, again, we'll do one more round here, and then we'll walk on to the next event. That's just good. You guys get to, again, we didn't really have a plan for this. We were just coming to the Valentine's Day thing. And this feels kind of...
the rest of the menu for sure and check out the tables.
Oh, yeah, I will. Oh, and we're behind. Rick, for your answer, if you want to, let's see what yours is, if yours is awkward at all. Let me run the thing, and for yours, you can read off the prizes.
Oh, sure.
Here we go. I'm clicking a button. Okay. Prizing is happening. Let's see. So number 9 for me, and again, we'll do one more round here on this, and then we'll move on to something else. What do you feel are the best ways to settle differences with your partner? Ooh.
Trial by combat.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna say make them a nice meal and talk to them quietly and reasonably and I don't know.
She's trained you well.
We don't do great on differences, but we don't have that many differences. So, yes. Except that you're wrong is usually the thing. But again, we don't have many differences. Because my wife is amazing.
The next day it's clear. That's like the opposite of the argument candle.
Mm-hmm. Dark and Obscure has the proper answer, which is get her drunk.
That's that can make it worse sometimes. That's all right.
All right, Liz, I need to know this one right here, which is your question is, what are the best ways that people can encourage you?
I mean, ever been like pat on the back? I tend to do better when my plate is super full, but then I don't say anything when I'm overloaded until there's just too much and I don't say anything. So, I don't know, like an insightful. Actually, I like some constructive criticism. I think a lot of people in our business. Damon will tell you, he's probably been through art school. Like, we can take brutal criticism, but I get encouraged with maybe some maybe constructive criticism that I can go improve on.
I'm with you on that.
Good feedback. Good thing.
Let's see. Number 11 for Rick. What are the prizes and who are the winners?
Ooh, how did they know I was going to be doing that? All right, let's see here.
Tons of bits, yes, encourages me.
All right, so the 5 winners. These are the prizes we're giving out today. And of course, the raffle is also going for what you said, like a big prize at the end of stream. But we've got going to Gadra, the Cordovan lute. We were giving away the harp before. Now to Cleo, we have got the Umber ornate accordion. To Takamoon, we're going to give away the ornate backpack. Then to Goodlawn hammer throw and Adobe Stables. And to Ivy Rose, a Lich statue.
Cool. I like those stables.
What says Valentine's more than a Lich statue?
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
It's undying love, right?
Yeah.
Undying something.
All right, and then we got one more here for Damon, and then we will move on with the thing, with the tour, and check out the menu as well. I seem to be bothering the people at this table here. I turned my back to them so I wouldn't annoy them as much. But Damon, your question is, complete the statement. I feel impatient when...
Oh, I feel impatient frequently, constantly, nearly. I feel impatient when I have to wait for Unity to update. So that happens a lot.
Yeah.
And I feel impatient when I'm listening to somebody say something kind of foolish. But that also happens a lot.
Well.
That's not pointed to us, though, right? That's just in general.
No, that's just in general.
Okay.
I'm not at all talking about this illustrious group.
When idiots makes decisions, Lilybird says. Luckily, we have no idiots on the team, and haven't since I worked here, even when it was huge. Everybody's awesome.
Awesome.
It's true.
All right, so we'll put that down. We'll look at the next thing here. So that was I walked up to try and find a menu. Was that just the... that's discussion topics 3. All right. Oh, apparently I ran the people off who were at this table.
Just staring with the camera on their romantic dinner.
Wait, looks like Crazy Tika died over here.
Oh no. Was she hungry or did she overeat? There was a note next to her earlier not to feed her. She's stealing food from the kitchen earlier.
That poison cheese or something there? Oh, that's fromage. Fromage. A lot of roses here. It's a great red theme.
Quarter pounder with fromage. Was it fromage royale?
Lovely food here. I haven't seen a menu yet. I'll keep walking around looking for a menu. Maybe I have to...
Well, you didn't get seated. I think your server puts it down.
Oh, the server puts down the menu. Maybe I have to ask I can get the... Oh, we got a little dance party going on here. And of course, I don't have it audible.
The cute little dog.
That's Mojito.
That is.
Oh, I forget which channel, but there's Valentine's Day music going on. I'm just playing obnoxious ABC over it, but if you turn in your radios, there is Valentine's music on.
And again, this is We got a little dance party going on here. Star is doing. I'm pretty sure he's doing the next DJ party. I think he mentioned that. So, is Scoffer giving me a menu? Aha.
Royale avec fromage.
Thank you. Thank you, Scoffer Kata. Let's see.
Oh, did you get, I think that was the menu you just got.
Yes. Again, as I was mentioning, is people were trying to make sure people have enough stuff so they can make their own little mini games and mysteries and stuff like that. We do have also, for those who missed it, we have our own in-game branching dialogue tree you can set for NPCs, which we stupidly added that system and said, and then we'll add some guys to the crown store so you can have like longer dialogue. And then we'll add the other craft. We didn't do any of that stuff, and we just left it so you guys have one thing that has. But anyways, those are done. Those should be in the next patch, I believe. I just have to wait for Joaquin Wizard Smoke. I have no idea who Joaquin is to test things.
Yeah,
but that's another thing in addition to all the crazy costumes and the books and all the other stuff. So another one here is we sit and watch people dance. We have an ABC music system, which is a music notation system, so you can do lots of different. You can play music. It's kind of like sheet music, but you can also do it where you can have multiple people play in sync, and there's a way to set it up so you play the tunes in sync, so you can have like a 5-piece band.
My favorite thing in the game.
And also a little story I'll tell about our team meeting here, since we have Damon on. That was one of the things, and I mentioned this on my stream. Gix was on our stream, who did the animations for the majority of the game. But Damon, we're going to be adding some new creatures, and that's one of the things that Damon mentioned is anytime we add a new creature, one of the big things he has to do, his favorite thing he has to do with it is do the dance emote for it. So
yeah.
Of course, all animals that can be tamed or that are pets in the game must have a dance animation. And that's actually pretty close to something that Mojito will do. Is dance on his hind legs.
Yes.
That is true.
Yes. We see him do it all the time.
Yes.
We see him do it.
The little girl off screen. Oh, I'm supposed to be looking at the menu now. And then in about another 10 minutes, we'll do the second drawing for prizes.
What is that spider doing?
Oh, there's a spider there. Is he dancing?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
That's a very interesting spider. I don't think I've seen that spider before. Yes.
Well, that's a big version of a dancing mojito.
That's trees. It's like game time 22. Whoop. There we go. Do that. There's a spider. All right. Oh, here's Luca. He's one of the Luca Zonte. He's one of the guys that helped deco stuff here. Set this whole thing up. Whoops.
I believe he's the head chef.
Dad, can we watch Mojito dance?
No, we can't watch Mojito dance. We have to entertain the fans out there.
Oh, okay.
I showed them all the cool work that went into this stuff. So February 14th, that's, the nice restaurants. They always have the menus that are printed that day for the one day. They kill a lot of trees at nice restaurants. Let's see. Hors d'oeuvres. Maxine is a junior reader here. Maxine, how do you pronounce that? H-O-R-S.
I can't say it. Hars?
It's just me.
Hars? Yep, that's how I'd say it. Hors d'oeuvre. That is hors d'oeuvres.
Hors d'oeuvre.
It's French.
I don't read French.
Oh, this is all in French, it looks like.
It's all in.
Entree. We got
Français.
the flambé.
Chaud farci, assiette,
Oh,
hors d'oeuvre.
steaks. Salad.
Salad? Yummy.
Fromage. Very nice. Love it. Oh, this is English is on the right side. There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Broiled stuffed oysters, plate for two. Entree is the flambéed bear surprise. They eat bear in our game. Did you know that? Au revoir. I'm sure I mispronounced that. Au revoir. Yeah. That's okay. I don't butcher it as bad as Star butchers people's names when he reads them. Grilled bear steak with a rich black peppercorn with a red brandy cream sauce. This actually sounds pretty good, except for the part where it's bear that you're eating. Lover's salad, fromage, perfect selection
I
of
knew it
French
was salad.
cheeses. French apple pie with cream cheese topping. That's a pretty good menu there.
Jesus. Wait.
Sounds delicious.
I even tried cheese.
Delicious.
I feel like I tried.
We do have quite a few recipes in game, by the way. We try to make sure, again, talking about the game, since I know we have at least a couple new people out there, we try to make sure that we have, again, not just combat, but we also have the social aspect, but we also have a very strong crafting side of things. Part of that includes the whole crafting loop of you can go out and kill stuff, and the adventurers can go kill bears and collect bear meat and bring it back for other people to make recipes. Or they can make bear meat themselves, because actually food is actually a pretty important aspect of the game.
I just saw on my Facebook, my cousins all are ranchers, and I guess a bear got into the cattle or whatever, but they were having a bear roast the other day.
What?
Oh.
Does it taste like
Really?
chicken?
They were sharing bear recipes.
Wow. I wonder what bear tastes like.
I've had it once. It's lean. You know how like
I would
bison's
think so,
super
yeah.
lean, or like
Like deer.
elk, yeah.
Where does one find one of these recipes? Oh, I found
share
one.
with
I
you.
found one. Oh, I got it.
What is there?
Since we're doing the whole sharing thing,
Yeah.
we
Well, it
should
depends
share.
on part of the bear. It's like anything. There's like the tenderloin, the backstrap.
We should-
loin.
We should share what the weirdest thing you've eaten is.
Oh.
I'll go first. This is something that only people who have lived in the very far north have done before. I have eaten moose.
Oh, I've had moose.
It was
How was it?
kind of tastes like venison. But it was one of those things where you can't actually hunt them, but it was one of our neighbors hit a moose with their Suburban, which was not a fun thing to do, hitting a moose anytime. In case you haven't seen a moose,
No, you
They-
don't
Moose
do
win.
they're massive. They're like huge. They're not like a horse or a deer, like a big deer. They're like 1,500,
Right.
2,000 pound type things. It's like hitting a buffalo or something. But actually, it's worse because they're high enough up that if you hit them with anything other than like a Suburban, they're gonna
It's coming in
come.
your windshield.
Yeah, they're coming in your windshield.
And they're
but-
not going to be very happy about it.
Yeah, but anyways, but the Suburban hit it and it broke like a couple legs, and they had to call the sheriff out to put it down. But anyways, and according to them, the story was the sheriff tried shooting it, and he had to go and get a bigger gun to come back and shoot it because he couldn't get anything through its skull. So it's one of those bad movie moments of
Yeah.
this is again is the story that they're telling us is they give us meat to eat at our place. So I have no idea how true that is, but it makes a great story, so I always retell it. All right, we'll skip over to Rick. Rick, what's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten?
I've done a lot of the common weird ones, but I would say cow brain, I guess.
Ew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That's
No brains. Oh.
that's like kind of a normal dish for some people I know. That's
Yeah.
that's menudo, right?
Oh, no, that's awful too.
I thought menudo was cow brains.
No, menudo is made
It's
of
like
intestines. Tripe.
It's like a soup with intestines in it.
Tripe.
Someone will tell us what menudo is.
It's got tripe. And
Mexican soup.
a spicy tomato broth.
I know menudo is a boy band. But okay, I guess it's they're right.
That's true.
They're still around. I don't know what iteration of menudo we're
Yeah.
on now, but 50.
Ricky Martin. All right, List, your turn. What's the
Oh. I had sea urchin eggs that you eat with the spoon out of the sea urchin, and it was cold. And it was disgusting, and I hated it.
Oh god, yeah. It's terrible.
Oh. Shimizu is offering me something here. Flashy marketing pamphlet. Oh. Okay, I guess I'll take this here.
Does anybody have any good Valentine's romantic songs I could play here? I made a playlist for the
What is that?
restaurant piano.
It's a cat. It's a fat cat. You want me to chase
you mean
after
like
it?
ADC sheet music?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, not on me. I have so little of that stuff. I need to get some.
Oh no, I might have it, or I could find it.
His name is
Where
Mao
does
the
it
Fish
talk?
Thief.
Oh,
Maybe
fish
something by
food.
Chopin? I don't know.
Pet it.
Nocturne?
Can pet the
There's
cat?
a lot of shit.
Yeah, of course I can pet the
Some
cat.
Nocturne?
Can you
I'm
pet
just
it?
gonna post another link to that awesome song that Chris won't sing for us.
Is that a cool looking cat?
Love makes the world
Yes.
go round.
Looks like we have a nocturne in E or
Does it
one in
look like a
C
cat?
sharp.
Because
Let's
it's so fat.
do E.
E.
Oh my gosh. What's wrong with that horse?
The horse is on fire. That's a nightmare. That's what they call those. It's a magic horse. It's kind of the opposite of a unicorn or something. All right, I'm going to read this over, and then I will we'll do the next drawing. And then maybe we have some time for a few more questions here. I can give a few more updates, too, since I just thought we were kind of in a talking about the devs. And we had 4 of us on here. I thought it'd be a good one to have. But Damon, you never gave your food. What was your weirdest food?
The weirdest food, that's a tough one. I mean, I've had menudo and it's awful.
Yep.
And never had any brains, and I wouldn't ever do that. I've had tongue, it's pretty good. Venison chili was something I got sick on once after drinking a lot
I
of.
see mojito.
That was not very good. It tasted okay going
Well, he
down.
was dancing with a unicorn.
Say Algerians have a Wyoming, so he's like, yeah, moose, venison, elk, we eat that all the time.
But no, the best,
I haven't had
See?
the best and most unusual kind of
When
interesting,
he was
expensive
sitting
food I
next to
had
a
once
unicorn.
was some fresh morels
A unicorn!
that this farmer had just brought into this
Do
restaurant
you
that
like
day.
unicorns?
And
And
what is that?
Okay.
morel mushrooms, they're
Oh,
those mushrooms that kind of look like they have a honeycomb kind of surface.
gotcha.
But wow, that was one of the most delicious things I've ever had ever. And it was just sauteed up with spinach with garlic, and that's it.
Pretty good.
It was so good, crazy good.
They have a fancy mushroom sale at Central Market right now.
It's fireworks.
Oh, can I share
Does it look
a
like fireworks?
food story that's actually Lord British's food story? Did you guys ever hear the time? So Lord British, as you all know, or some of you know, is a world traveler, extraterrestrial traveler. But he went to a restaurant and they had penguin on the menu, and it was
What?
like priced something ridiculous, like $200 or $2,000. And he has to try everything, so he ordered it. And then the waitress came back and was just kind of horrified and like, that's just a joke. Why would anyone eat a penguin? And he was ready to eat some penguin. He'll
Yeah.
try better if you ask him.
Oh, here's another awful, weird food I had when I was in France, and I don't recommend it. It's called pulot, and it's a kind of sea snail. It's kind of escargot, and it was just terrible. So don't get that.
Don't get that.
No, it's awful.
Yeah, I'm not a huge escargot fan. I've had that a couple
I love
times.
escargot, but this
Well-
is like these are sea snails, and they're really big. They cook them in the shell, and they give you a fork to pull them out of the shell. They're about the size of like your forefinger maybe. And one of them came out, and there was just a long string of mucus. Yeah. And I ate it anyway, and I was sorry.
Well, yeah, and that's escargot is one of those things that yes, it tastes good when it's prepared correctly. Which preparing correctly is it's like completely drowned in butter and garlic, and yeah, anything you drown in butter and garlic is delicious. So yes,
That's the correct way to do it.
butter, garlic, and salt. Mmm.
And white wine.
Let's see here. Locally sourced ingredients. We absolutely do not, under any circumstances, put random things into cooking pots and hope for the best. Our chef is highly skilled and acclaimed. This has turned into a pretty foodie episode here with me starting off with the how to make sure and cook low-fat fried stuff.
I always like this event because if you sit close enough to the kitchen, you can hear the servers and the chef arguing and talk about what they're doing and what they're making, and the fires get out of control. They role play it to the nines.
And I mentioned my cooking story earlier. We have one of our players who's one of our longtime supporters is named Alton Brown. you cannot believe how disappointed I was when I found out that was not the Alton
Was
Brown.
it really Alton Brown?
Yeah. It's my Alton Brown and then also America's Test Kitchen, my two favorite ones. And I think I clicked the button. Let's see if it did a thing. It did do a thing. Let's see, and it actually picked different names.
Kitchen, but I do like
What?
just kind of smug sometimes.
You know, like they come up with they like test it all and come up with the best tasting stuff and stuff.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
It's all like science.
Yeah, and that's why I like Alton
Too
Brown.
smug.
Is Alton Brown doesn't just sit there. That's the thing I hate, and my wife hates that I do it. Is like I never just like, here's the rules and you do it this way. It's like, no, tell me why you made those rules. I want to know why the rules are there, because then I'm gonna go and like
My
make
favorite
the
is
correct rules.
Lydia
Is that
Bastianich.
Yeah.
Lydia's
Oh yeah, Lydia's
Oh.
the best.
Love Lydia.
I was thinking
I've got her
it was
cookbook.
just a
She's
big
great.
dog.
But I also learned one thing, which is when she says put butter or
Here's
olive oil, just cut that in half.
Yeah,
What's with you?
she'll even say like, I gotta watch my weight, so I'll
Where's my
just do a
hand?
little
Can you
salt,
turn around?
and then just like off screen
Don't
put in a
shoot.
whole lot. Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
just-
gosh.
Take your word
That's
for
the
almost everything
spider.
except for
Mhm.
the additions
That's all.
of fat.
Look, he's
It's
dancing.
not health food, yeah.
At least, you know,
Jacques
But-
Pepin, love him.
she's great. Oh yeah, Jacques Pepin and of course Julia Child, when they would do it together,
Oh
and
yeah.
they would like sort of argue over the technique, but then she would always end up doing it his way.
Who's the other Italian
Oh,
one?
what
Nick
is that?
Foligno, is that how you say it? Or is that
Oh, that one.
that's a good one. Oh, and Patty's Mexican Kitchen. I like her too. I don't know if you've seen her.
What?
We got PBS on all the time here.
That's a little ducky.
Looks like we got another round of prizes that have popped up.
We do. I was just about to ask for you to.
Are we going to speak about episode 2 lines and how we pick our spots?
Yes, I can talk about that next.
Oh,
Let's let him read out the prizes, and then I'll talk about that stuff.
dragon!
Sorry, I'm slightly distracted. Maxine is here, and she's enjoying watching the dancing unicorns.
No, dragon.
All right, let's see here. So for the Cordovan loot, the Cordovan loot goes to Crimson Hawk.
Oh
The
my gosh.
Umber Ornate
Why is that
Accordion
something?
goes to Geldar. The Ornate Backpack goes to Spell Striker. And we've got the Adobe Stables goes to Arrhythmia. And the Lich Statue goes to Crossfire Bugseye. Congratulations, guys.
Congratulations, and don't think the prizes are over, because we are doing the raffle at the end of the stream for a Place Anywhere Village lot. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's an even bigger
We're
dragon.
going to talk about picking your episode 2 pots?
Yes, so these guys know that was my soul-draining thing I worked on this week, which was trying to get the episode 2 continent up and live and working with the tech. And this, again, you're thinking to yourself, why would that be so hard? You've done 2 continents, well, adding a third should be easy. I've actually said that very same thing before, which is, doing something once is hard. When you do it the second time, there's a lot of work to be done to make sure the second one, but the third one's always the easy one. Well, this is our 3rd continent. Why wasn't it hard? Well, it's because we did the first 2 continents, and then somewhere along the line after that, somebody went and rewrote how we basically create and serialize that data, took the existing data we had and converted it, and the old system does not work, and just lots of that stuff. So basically the code for creation of that stuff rotted. And the old system was also super duper inefficient. So this was me going back and recreating that. But the continent is actually up. Not this version. The client that'll be out tomorrow, I'll be able to do a load level into Mistrender.
Dad, I think it's morning now.
Is it morning now? It does kind of look like it's morning in the game. But anyway, so the episode 2 stuff. So the continent is in there. Hey, it vanished. The continent is in there. Again, it'll be live in a version tomorrow. I don't think we have included a teleporter to it. I may pull some people. We can still pull some people over to it, which of course we've learned this lesson before. If you guys remember when I put in Tartarus, and I was like, I didn't put an entrance into it because I don't want everybody in there, but I need to get a few people over. So I'm just going to pull a few people over, and then just those people will test it. And of course, that resulted in people like Chain summoning people into, join my party, I'm going to summon you into the thing. And everybody being able to get into it, and the dungeon being overrun initially.
But those people won't have a head start on choosing. That's just for you guys to check it
Yeah.
out.
So for the choosing, I already started pulling the list, but we need to get the list together and figure out exactly how long and how much time. We will probably do a dozen people a week, where we let a dozen people a week choose.
A dozen?
A dozen. 12?
That's a lot.
Yeah, 12 people per week choose, and then get it into like a patch probably, right away. So.
Where did it go?
Hey Maxine, I'm on a stream. Did you know that? But anyway, so that will come out. I will try to get that list live next week, so that you guys have some warning. Again, the actual continent should be in tomorrow, and most of the data has been set on it. But that'll be live tomorrow. We'll put out a list we're going in the order of people, buying either the episode 2 pot or the ticket to move their pot over. So the one thing we will decide by then as well, that I keep saying we have to get on our list of things to talk about at our team meeting, is whether or not people can reserve a spot but not move their pot yet. I think I'm okay with that, but I want to run that by the rest of the team, especially the guys who are more in touch with the players, like Rick and some of the others. Rick, who is right up there.
So they want to reserve a spot but not actually have it placed yet?
I've not had anyone tell me that. I suspect that will probably be the case, though. Some people who have pretty good spots but not great spots on the mainland, but not wanting to move over yet. But they got in early, so.
I see. Okay. Huh.
But anyways, so that'll start next week. We may make that next weekend, like maybe start it next Friday and run it to the next Friday. And we'll try and get the actual spots that were picked in there with a name. Or we'll swap out. Right now there's kind of a list put down, placeholder town spots or little city things, basically showing kind of where he imagined they would go. I'm sure he'll be open to some other suggestions on things, so you guys will give you give us your 1, 2, 3 pick, and we'll figure out how they fit down there at the end of the week. We'll make sure you have each group gets at least a weekend. They'll get 6 days, and they'll probably rest on the 7th day of creation to actually place the lots.
Disclaimer:
pots.
We may have to nudge existing pot locations just a little bit to get them in the middle of the hexes, but so it's a rough. So if you pick one and it moved by an inch or so.
Yeah, so this is something we did different with this one, both for practicality reasons and also for visuals. For those who don't remember, a little bit of Shroud history. The initial 2 maps were actually made on hex paper by Richard. I think I made the initial hex map for the Hidden Vale. Richard made the main continent, and he actually did it on a hex, graph paper, which either he has it or I may have it in a box upstairs. But the initial ones I think he has. But anyways, he did that on graph paper and then handed it over to designers. And while that worked great in some ways, in that we knew the continent was being created to that grid and everything was on the grid and the rivers were on the grid and the coasts were on the grid and all that stuff. It also made it feel, in some places it's a little less organic than it might have been otherwise. The other challenge is that, doing it that way made it extremely time intensive, and there's a lot of back and forth and going back to make sure it matched up exactly with it. So, and that was not due to any art or exact design. That was because it was all hex. So for this one, instead, we didn't want to be blocked by anything. So we had Travis worked on it just organically from the drawing that Scotty made with the Richard's feedback to Scotty, and just worked on it organically. And now we're fitting the hex stuff to it. So there's some places where it's not exactly online. There's no major rivers on there. But there will be some places where the roads don't match up, so there'll probably be a little tweaking, but we're probably just going to let it go and leave it more organic. We see no reason to force things to be onto hexes. The hexes are just so we can, it's an easy way for us to mark what section goes where. Like there's a pot there, we can mark this hex is the hex that is tied to that. And whenever you move into that hex thing, but again, the hexes are bigger than the size of the city, so it's just kind of when you get close. But anyway, so it won't be exact. We'll probably do a little tweaking here and there, but we're not worrying about keeping it exactly on the hexes. We didn't think that was absolutely necessary.
Yeah, if something's right on a line, we may nudge it a bit. So.
As for scenes, I don't know if you're open to talking about your scenes, but I actually have 2 scenes that I'm going to do before the challenge scene, probably. One scene will definitely happen before the challenge scene because I know how long it'll take me, which is not that long, and it's also part of the getting stuff in line for the challenge scene, which is and I got another thing to talk about. But that is going to be taking one of the existing scenes that we have that is a tier 2 scene currently, and moving it over to be a copy of it. Do kind of what I've done with a few scenes in the past for what's that? Obsidian Keep. Obsidian Keep, Mysterious Swamp, some of the others, and tuning it up. Now the reason I'm doing that instead of trying to get the first part of the challenge dungeon out is because of a new feature that we actually talked about this last team meeting that actually got. I know I was excited about it. I know B was excited about it. I think Travis was excited about it. Liz was excited about it, which was changing our creatures. How we build creatures normally is each one there's like
super excited.
For me and Beezus to keep maintain them all, there's like hundreds. There's like so many things to tweak in terms of having creatures because we have creature type 1, we have creature type 2, creature type 3. Thank you for the bits, and also thank you for the rain. Oh, we're falling behind here. Thank you for the bits, Takes Rain, or for the sub, and thank you, Kelador, for the sub. And thank you, Parson Bar, for the resub, and thank you, the Anonymous Mouse Cheer. But anyway, so if we have like kobolds, there's literally like 80 different flavors of kobolds that are in there. So when we make a change, like for instance, this last time when I was doing the tweaks and trying to balance things, and it's like, oh, look, undead, their health, they're actually in health, they're in DPS, the challenges for the undead, and all this stuff is they're both weaker than everything else, and they have some pretty serious things. So I had to go tweak those. Guess what that means? I have to go and touch 100 creatures. So the thing that we're changing is we're actually, a while back I put in a system that allows us to use formulas to define some stats for things. So we can have a skeleton right now, instead of it being like we said a level, it says a level 80 skeleton. He's got base hit points of 400. He's got a strength of 150. He's got, here's his dex, here's his int, and here's the skills that he can use. As we have to add those separately. A while back, I put in the change so that there's actually a formula that we can use. So, for instance, we can, instead of it being a skeleton level 80, we can have, here's a skeleton level 80, but then his strength his base health is 5 times his level. His base strength is 2 times his level. His base dex is 1.5 times. That type stuff. So, that gives us a lot of different advantages for how we do things, because what that means is, rather than us, for one, we'll have a lot fewer variations of creatures, because we can do things like have scenes where instead of it being we're going to go grab the tier 8 skeleton version and put it in there. We grab the skeleton, there's only one flavor of the base skeleton, and put them in there, and then we have basically a skeleton plus 1, a skeleton tough, and then a skeleton plus 2, which would be like a skeleton boss. And all we have to do is put those into the scene. Then on the scene level, we can define the difficulty of the scene. So that doesn't just mean, that's not just a knob where all we do is turn up the health of the thing and the strength of the thing. Those things do happen too. But the other things, all of our skills are defined. We can use formulas for their chances to whether or not the thing's cast them. So what that means is we can have our one base skeleton that is actually a level 10 skeleton, and here's his stats that are multipliers based on his level. And then we can take that and have a scene that's a level 90, and that same exact skeleton will be put in there with those things. But the skills, we don't want to have level 1 skeletons casting Fireball, or level 1 Lich is casting Fireball, and he's also casting Ice Field and all the other stuff. That's the exact same stuff that the level 100 Lich is doing. Well, our skill formulas, we can actually put in there the chance that they'll cast them, so we can have that based on level. So we can do like it's a 100% chance he can use this if level is greater than 70. So we can say, guess what? Level 70 plus liches can cast fireballs. None of the lower ones do. So as they level up, they are also gaining new skills. And we can also do stuff like, hey, we can have the low level ones like this guy will cast a fireball. But we only do that for guys who are under level 50. When they get to level 50, they switch over and like, okay, now they're going to use, something more powerful. But anyways, so that's something that we're really excited about. One, because it reduces the number of creatures we have to maintain, the varieties of the creatures we have to maintain. And two, it's awesome because those who may have already done the math, it opens up a lot of different things for us. For one, we can have a scene where, like, for instance, we have these tier 2 scenes with this technology in there. If the scene is a cool scene, we can actually do things like, hey, just make this scene, it's no longer level 30 scene, it's now level 90 scene, and suddenly it becomes meaningful again. And the creatures don't behave the same as well. So that's one.
A lot of really cool scenes that I think players just level through too fast, so hopefully we can give this little nudge.
So then the other thing that lets us do is something that the players have requested, which is we have people, there's a lot of beautiful scenes out there. We've talked about this before, that we have a lot of amazing scenes that we've made that just have no point because people level past them. And, no matter how beautiful a scene is, you're not going to go back and play a scene meant for level 20 people if you're level 100. It's, pointless, trivial, the rewards are not there. And you'll just basically walk through and ignore everything, kill everything in one hit. But what it lets us do is we can have like a scene that is like, here we make a level 80 scene, but then you guys can also go and do things like, when you go to the scene, choose which version you want to go into. Do you want to go into the normal, the hard, or the super hard? And then each one of those, it is adding, instead of this being a level, if you go into it the normal, it's a level 80 scene. If you go into it the hard, it's plus 20. So it's a level 100 scene. And then if you go into it at the level very hard, and it's 40. And so basically we can use that so players can choose, and it will both increase the difficulty, it'll change the skills that they're using. You'll have the same layout and roughly the same spawns, although we can have our spawners vary as well based on that difficulty level. But then the creatures fight differently as well. And then you also get better rewards, better loot, all sorts of stuff. So, anyways.
Yeah, their loot will scale quicker. Someone is asking when pot land levelers are coming. Did someone say that was a thing? Because the pot is a shared terrain template.
So the same thing that we do, this is something that I've already looked into the technology for, and I've done a little bit with it. The same thing that we do for removing grass. That's actually going and modifying the terrain data.
Really? So it's possible? That's super
So
nice.
yes. But what it'll be is you'll be able to put down basically the same type thing. Really put down a semi-transparent cube that you can only see when you're in that deco mode. But what it does is when people load into the scene, that thing is modifying just like the grass removers is going and taking the mesh for it and walking through it and putting the smoother down. Will actually flatten the terrain or smooth the terrain, basically applying, flattening that stuff out. Now, I've already warned people that this is not going to let you totally, terraform your lot to be something totally different in mountains over here. This is an area I wish I could place a house over here, but there's just, for whatever reason, there's something here that I can't get to place. I can't get the deed or the spot to place. But anyways, that's another option also, that when we have that tech, as I just said with that's one example. But the bigger thing is we can have it so when you put a lot down, rather than it being, right now we have logic in it that says wherever you put the lot, it has to be absolutely perfectly flat, which means that some poor designer like List had to go in and make sure that every spot, like they're perfectly flat spots, not even the tiniest little dent or bump or dip or whatever in there. To place it, but we can have that using the same technology to go in, and when you put down the spot, it can be more forgiving and just flatten out the spot, the land. So anyways, We're not talking about making it so you can take a mountain and put a castle on top of it. It's going to flatten out. We're talking about like maybe plus or minus a meter or two that'll be able to go in and flatten those things out.
That'll free up a lot of land. I think even just that. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that was possible.
Yep. So I already did a test on it. The only thing we had before was the same challenge we had with the grass removers, in that the way those things work is it's basically a giant array of height values in it, 16-bit height values for the techies out there, that sets the height for those things. And we can go and modify that at runtime, at load time. But the challenge before had been we'd been running into some performance problems that caused some big hitching. But we actually have gotten around some of that stuff. And actually, I think most of it's probably improvements that Unity made, since we rag on Unity 27 times a show. I'll go ahead and say that they have made a lot of improvements to things. Oh, we're past our time, which is probably good because, as you can see, my throat is starting to go from talking too much. So anyways, guys, I'm going to do that final raffle here in a minute, and then we can say our goodbyes. I'll do the raffle as the very, very last thing before we say our goodbyes. But guys, again, thank you for joining the stream. You guys all are horrible, except for the ones that are here as couples. I know I saw a couple of different, the Obscuros and the Eyes. You guys who are here as couples, you guys are amazing. You guys who are here solo, shame on you.
I think when they see you, they ask if you're sitting with someone or you want to drown your sorrows alone. And that's what they see you with somebody else, and that's where the talking points are. The first time I did this, they put me with a total stranger, and we did the little icebreakers on the table. It was fun. I made a new friend.
Cool. But anyways, if you are new to the game, make sure and join these type of events. Again, it's not just purely a social, and you can actually meet some new people here. We have a lot of players in the game who've met each other in real life. I've met some of these people in real life at various events. I see Marguerite's there. I don't think I've met Marguerite. I know some people have. I think I met her on our talked to her on a stream though. But anyways,
I met her at the launch and didn't realize who it was.
You know what? That might be true. But anyways, I met her. I'm being told I met her. Okay, I believe you. But anyways, but there's also, this is not just, again, purely for the people who just want to come and socialize. It's a great way to make friends in game, and this is also, these guys may be helping you level up tomorrow, or helping you with decos, or finding a good place for you to live in town or whatever. So come to these events. They're great ways to meet people. This is this is an unofficial event. I don't even think we advertised this. We probably should have, but again, guys, thank you so much for joining us on the stream today. Again, my name is Chris Spears. We got, Atos. We got List, Elgarion, and Damon, who does not have a game name.
I do have a game name.
What's your name?
Tatamomo.
Oh, okay. No, we're going to keep calling Damon. I'm right
here dancing with everybody else.
But anyways, it is Valentine's Day, so I'm going to go see my Valentines. Small Valentine's girl and big Valentine's girl. She's not big. I didn't say she was big. She's very small. But anyways, we are ready to do the giveaway here. Have you guys all raffled up? Snugs, it is probably. Actually, I'll probably save the taming stream for when next time we do. We add a new taming creature. It'll probably be big cats. Meow. But here we go. You guys have all raffled up. Raffle. Yeah, you guys all raffled up.
Happy Valentine's all.
So happy Valentine's, everybody, and I'm about to pick the winner. That guy in the upper right-hand corner, right up there, will be delivering some prizes here. But you guys ready? I think everybody... Oh, nope, we got one more person in there. Calidor. Okay, now you're ready. Here we go. You ready? Are you guys just messing with me? You guys hadn't... Yeah, look, this guy's hadn't entered the giveaway yet. Okay, that's it. I'm doing it at the count of 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Hands in the air, like you just don't care. Yay, a new name. Insuril. Congratulations. Give this Community of the Avatar guy your in-game name, and he will hook you up with a place anywhere village deed you can
Already
use.
got it ready to send it.
So again, guys, thank you. Reminder: this is one of those things we suck at selling the game, but reminder: the sale on crowns and also sale on in-game deed upgrades. That's the right-click on your deed, and you can upgrade your deed. And that's one of the things we also talked about that's on our short list of things. We try to spend most of our time on features, but we do have to pay some bills occasionally. So that's another feature I'm going to work on adding, which is the house upgrade channel, so that there's an upgrade path for houses that works pretty much the same. So you have a village Viking and a village deed, then you'll be able to right click on your deed, upgrade to a village or to a town, and then you'll be able to also do the same with your Viking house and right click on it, upgrade it to a town, so you can go up in sizes. I have not started on that feature yet, and you guys know I have a million things on my plate, so soon though. Let's see, so now we need to figure out who to raid.
Maybe somebody that's at the party, possibly.
Is there somebody at the party? I see a
Well,
Soul
there's a
Stormland.
fashion
Yep.
show coming after this, so you know.
Strider Green. I see a Vulcan Jedi. We'll do. I just saw Soul Stormland. We'll go ahead
Yeah,
and
Soul's here. Yeah.
we'll do that. I can see for sure they're at the party. I see some flames and stuff going on. I think Vulcan Jedi. I can't tell from the screenshot it gave me though. We'll do Soul Stormland. Just I don't know if I've ever raided them before, so we'll give Soul Stormland a raid. Raid Soul Storm.
Yeah, I know them. I don't know if I've ever. No, I've seen their stream a couple times.
Again, guys, thank you so much for all the support. Thank you for joining us on the stream today. Thank you for asking constructive questions. Again, as I emphasized on my last stream, as I think List was saying, the thing that helps me the most and motivates me the most is very constructive criticism. So it doesn't have to be very constructive. Just keep it constructive. We know we are not a perfect thing. We are a work in progress, and which is great because the game is already fun and it gives us lots of ways to improve. So we'll continue improving those. I think this next week coming up, by the way, I'll mention that I think I have a maybe Monday stream with that Fizzle guy. No longer Zol, now Fizzle. Make sure and call him Fizzle. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for your support. And let us go raid Soul Stormland now. The crown and upgrade stuff. I think we said we were going to end it on Sunday night. We'll end it Monday because I didn't know that Monday was a holiday as well. So we'll leave the sale up for Monday because I think a lot of people are going to be home for that. So we'll end it Monday night or Tuesday morning or whatever. It's President's Day. Some people get off for President's Day. Weird, I know. All right, let's go raid. Guys, see you next time.
Bye.
Valentine's.
You guys have
Thanks,
Valentine's.
Dices.
Rated